Over now to Faith Agbetuya for the business news.
Many thanks, Adegboyega. Welcome on Business News. My name is Faith Agbetuya. Nigeria, often referred to as a giant of Africa, has been in the news for different reasons, especially from the economic point of view. Yet another report from the World Bank has situated the economy as sleeping. The key elements that determined the positions of each of the 44 sub-Saharan economies included the level of per capita of the countries, structural transformation as captured by sectoral value-added share, sectoral employment share, and capital flows. IATV Business News spoke with an economist who says that wrong policies on the part of the federal government over the years led to the incidence of increasing poverty, inability to diversify the economy, and a high rate of poverty.
Like the incidence of increasing poverty in Nigeria, that is also a symptom of the Naira exchange rate. The same thing, our inability to diversify our economy, that is also traceable to the management of the Naira exchange rate. The rate of poverty in the country is also traceable to the management, to the wrong management of the Naira exchange rate.
Consequently, there is a brain drain which the federal government has not been able to checkmate.
Losing the brains, there's a brain drain of intelligent, qualified, able people from the country to better pastures. And somebody will clap and say, but don't you realize that they bring in $20 billion out of reserves? It has been estimated that the $20 billion that these Nigerians in diaspora bring in means that they are probably sending to us about 10% of their income, of their net income.
The report also categorized growth performance into 5 groups: fallen behind, sleeping, stuck in the middle, improved, and established. As the Central Bank of Nigeria plans to establish microfinance bank across all local government areas in the country, a financial analyst has lauded the policy, saying it will enhance financial inclusion, especially in the rural areas of the country. Speaking with IATV News in Ibadan, the analyst stressed that the intervention by the Apex Bank will bring healthy competition between them and the existing microfinance banks. He pointed out that the banks are grossly inadequate to cater for the financial needs of the people at the grassroots.
The idea is laudable, but just like every other policy, be it government or corporate or even individual, it's going to be implemented. And so if a country of our size will still have less than 50% of its citizens being financially included, I mean, that is leaving out tens of millions of our citizens out of the financial inclusion. So I think for me, in the modern world, less than 50%, about 50% financial inclusion rate is something that should not be that should be of concern to all of us. There are a whole lot of local governments as a whole that you don't even have one single banking service, be commercial, micro, and all of that. Apart from the loanable funds that will be available, the essence of MFB itself can be achieved through this intervention. It's strictly targeted at them. They can now get funds at rates that can make it for them to actually start and and make those businesses to strive. There's no way anybody will get a double digit and you expect somebody starting up a business and is getting loan at double digits. Forget the fact that commercial banks and even most MFBs will not even give loans to starters. They are not structured to do so, and these are the things we must get right.
The House Committee on Industries, Commerce and Cooperative Societies, Osun State House of Assembly, however, identified some challenges that may affect the program.
Number one is going to be the challenge of corporate governance. There's going to be the challenge of manpower, corporate governance, ensuring that the right people man those new business outlets.
The proposed microfinance banks is expected to be a partnership between the Bankers Committee, the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System Agricultural Lending, and the Nigeria Postal Service. Over now to the stock market reports. Stockbrokers acting on the instructions of investors traded in a total of 482 ordinary shares valued at 2.9 billion naira. When the closing bell rang, Transcorp led the activity chart with 195 million ordinary shares valued at 201 million naira. Union Bank PLC came second on the activity chart with 7.6 million naira ordinary shares valued at 417 million, and Dangote Cement PLC topped the gainers chart with 1 naira to close trading at 186 naira. Custodian PLC came second with a 60 kobo gain to close at 6 naira 70 kobo. However, the CCNN led the pack of losers with a drop of 1 naira to close trading at 16 naira. Unilever PLC had 1 kobo gain to close dealings at 34 naira, and all share index closed today's trading at 29,193.42 points, all in a total of 3,559 transactions, while market capitalization came to a close at 10.95 trillion naira. And that's the bulk of our bulletin on the business news tonight. It's back to Adegboyega Labiron for the continuation of the news. I am Faith Agbetuya. Good evening.
And that's it from the Lagos studios of RATV. Many thanks for staying with us. I am Adegboyega Labiron, handing you over back to our studios in Ibadan for the next segment of the news.